PPS Mastery Guru Exposed. Okay, so this video is my 150 video. I've got about another 90 to upload. Been a busy boy, but really enjoying all of it. And I got a question last night about the PPS Mastery program and the CHEK quadrant. Why is it not in the program? Well, they've put it into the HLC program, which I agree with and don't agree with at the same time. Now, the HLC program is in level 1, level 2 and level 3. It's very in-depth and very comprehensive, but it's about £12,000 altogether if you do FDN and the whole of the HLC. Now, FDN is really important to do. I did that a few years ago, and I don't use their labs in America anymore because I found it to be highly expensive for clients, and clients didn't want to pay for a £250 lab, then £300 to £400 a month worth of supplements in which to get rid of their gut issue or whatever's going on for them. So I found a local lab which is much cheaper, much better to use, and much easier to send labs to and stuff like that. So with the PPS Mastery program, I signed up for that, I paid for that, but I didn't think it was that good really. You know, attracting moths to the light, so unless you're super healthy and in your huge guru or huge ego, you're not going to attract clients. Now, the thing that you have to take into account is that in the PPS Mastery program, he talks about goal setting and shouting down the Grand Canyon and what will come back to you. But remember, he's got that from Brian Tracy or Bob Proctor. Now, Bob Proctor's passed away, unfortunately, but his stuff is really, really good. And I done this goal setting while I was doing the CHEK studying, and obviously it definitely worked because I went to level 5 master before all the new level 5 masters or level 5s on the CHEK website that they updated overnight, because I pointed it out that none of them have got level 5 and none of them are teachers that had been taught at university or had a teaching qualification where they've worked in a class. Janet Alexander, as far as I know, is the only one that had proper teaching qualifications, and it showed how she taught me the Gulf biomechanics and other courses. So really the PPS Mastery program, to answer that viewer's question, is in the HLC program. But remember, the whole program together will cost you £12,000, but to do a nutritional course online that's recommended to doctors and physios and other professionals is only £1,200. It's an online course, so you're still going to get, you know, a bit of paper to say what you can do legally, but it's recognised everywhere. This is the thing with the HLC, the Holistic Lifestyle Coaching program. It used to be called Nutrition and Lifestyle Coaching, but they got into really severe trouble and they had to take it away. So the Holistic Lifestyle Coaching program, yes, it's very in-depth, but they don't show you how to dowse and all the good stuff until you reach level 5. Not level 5, level 3 of the program. So what it's doing, it's making you a cash cow, so you keep paying them all the time. And remember, the CHEK practitioner program itself is £11,595, which is £322 a month in this economy, is absolutely crazy in my opinion. So the CHEK quadrant, I was supposed to be given it, but because my father was ill and got dementia, that really messed with my head a lot. So instead of going to Lancashire for the big conference of Paul, where Paul allegedly said that one of his students died in front of him because he gave the student DMT. I'm pleased I didn't go because I didn't want to hear all that stuff, to be honest with you. So I didn't get the CHEK quadrant, but I had a quick look at it when Phil Lazide had it, and it just seemed to me threw lots of stuff together out of all the other programs, mixed it all up, and then decided to make it something that he could sell. And then what I found is that some of the guys that had done it were talking all this jargon stuff, and I'm like, your client just wants basic exercise. What food do I eat? What food do I don't eat? Am I doing the right exercises to keep out of pain? Am I dropping body fat, and am I gaining muscle? Then the other thing you've got to think about in the PPS Mastery program is setting your goals to become rich and wealthy and successful. You've got to look at Warren Williams has only got £900 in his business account on Company's House. And then you've got Phil Lazide that been struck off from HMRC for having too many businesses and maybe not doing what he's supposed to be doing. And then you've got Lee Brandon has had a Gazette notice on his own business. So if he decides, or if they all decide just to take cash payments only, what the Inland Revenue will do is that if they take you under investigation, they'll go into your home and look at what you own. And if you own more than the value of what you've said that you've been earning, that's when you can get into a lot of trouble. So I don't understand if they're all of a sudden level 5s overnight, because Lee definitely wasn't a level 5, Warren was definitely not a level 5, but Phil Lazide was, because he'd done a level 5 with me. We both did the masters, but I got it first, and I got my book out there first as well. A little bit of bragging rights there, just to wind them up. So it's really important that with the CHEK quadrant, I don't know what's happened to that, but PPS has definitely been put into HLC, because I was looking at the new HLC stuff before I decided to sue the Institute. So what you have to remember, Paul is amazing at putting stuff together, but when he puts it together, it overcomplicates everything, like the 4 doctors. Everybody knows they need to get to bed on time. Everybody knows that they need to love themselves more and look after themselves more, hopefully. And the thing that really annoyed me, which I haven't done in a video yet, is that the 4 doctors document, I didn't get that till last year, middle of last year, from another student. They never ever released it to me as a level 5 master. Why would you not do that? Can you see where the reason why I've done 150 videos, and the reason why my videos come up for Paul CHEK, CHEK Institute, CHEK Academy, and then if you put any other CHEK search terms where you're looking for a CHEK practitioner, I come up everywhere. Simply because I've mastered Google over the last so many years, but not sending me the new PDFs. It's a bit out of order, isn't it? And then blocking me on the website, so I'm not on the page 1 where Gavin is and his partner is, and where Phil Lazide is. It's all wrong. It's all wrong, and that's why I've stood my ground, and I'm carry on going with my 280 videos. Which will be released over the next few months until I get a result. And I'm like a dog with a bone. Like with CHEK level 5, I had this goal. I remember saying to John Boskill and Emma Lane and Alex McKenzie, I'm going all the way to level 4. They all looked at me like I was mad. But I'm somebody that's totally committed. When I set myself a goal, I won't quit until I've achieved that goal. And like with dominating all of Google now, all of Yahoo, all of Bing for any CHEK term, yeah, it's taken over a month, but I've done it. And this is what's really important. Is, like I said in other videos, I'm a marathon runner. in my work, where I'll keep going until I've achieved whatever goal I've set myself. So that was my goal, to do over 280 videos and to make sure I dominate everywhere where C.H.E.K comes up, Gavin, Jennings come up, any of the faculty come up, to make sure that the public know exactly what they're doing. How could they have on their website that they won't give you your money back? If you download anything like a PDF or stuff like that, there's no refund. Then if you buy a book, if it doesn't come back in immaculate condition, that means you can't open the product, you don't get your money back, which is totally against the law. And what they've put on the website is totally against the law as well. There's other things with the website that are completely wrong, and I think it's because Gavin doesn't pay people, he likes them to work for free. And then the other thing I noticed as well yesterday is that they've taken off, they used to have a list of the professionals, all what worked for the Institute. They've taken them all off. Now, have they taken them all off because they don't want independent practitioners contacting them to find out what's going on with the Institute? Or is it a case that the bigger percentage of them were working for free and they've left? So it's got to be one or the other, hasn't it? And why would you not still have a list of all your workers that are working for the Institute? Why would you take them off? Apart from people have been contacting them and trying to get information out of them about the CHEK programs or whatever, that would be for sales, wouldn't it? Or is it a case of that they just want it domineered only for the CHEK faculty, so they get all the leads and inquiries where they're lying about their level 5s? Now, if they're all level 5s, show me your thesis, or put your thesis online that I had to do, and you had to either bring a book out or do something, or a video selection. That would be wonderful to see. So let's see if they do that after watching this video. So in all the different reviews, I put all the reviews up everywhere as well, about how they've treated me, what they've done, and what they do when you buy products online from them. It's totally wrong. And remember that if you're doing, the HLC 1, 2, 3, it's online, all they're doing is pressing a button, and that's costing you thousands. The same when you do any of the other courses that are online, all they're doing is pressing a button, and you're paying them huge amounts of money for certificates that are not recognised in the industry. Now, if you could go to any gym, like Paul, this was Paul's dream apparently, he wanted a CHEK practitioner in every gym. That's never happened. The same as the CHEK name has never ever gone mainstream, because it's been going since 1995, and they decided to change it to IMS. So because they changed it to IMS, it shows you that it wasn't still mainstream after 30 odd years. And that's because they were too tight to spend money on PR. So if you do PR, that gets your name out there in the media mainstream. And I got told, oh, don't give any information to PR, don't give it to the magazines, because they'll nick it and they just won't pay you. But you've got to look at the bigger picture. If you go into PR, you can use the magazine on your website, the magazine that you've been in, and you can show it as an example when you go and see clients, which I do that anyway. So you have to remember that the PPS Mastery program is in the HLC, so they put the price up, and then I don't know what's happened to the CHEK quadrant. I don't know anything about that.
It's 9 o'clock.
I think that Paul likes to bring out more and more courses in the hoping that they're going to really sell well and he's going to make even more money, like the Gaia, which has gone. Obviously the CHEK quadrant, as what's happened to that, I don't know. But in the UK, I know there's a few students that paid for level 1, level 2 and only got level 1 and never got their money back, which is totally unprofessional. So these are the things that I'm pulling out. Nothing that I'm saying is fabricated or a lie. It's all completely 100% the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So I hope you've enjoyed this video and it answers your question, the viewer that wanted to know about the PPS and the CHEK quadrant. Now the PPS, there's one thing that he said in that you've got to listen, and there's a level 3 that I know finds it really hard to listen because their ego's always in the way. And I really am strong with myself when client gets on the phone or when I meet them face to face. I'm 100% listening to them because they're paying me lots of money. So there is good sides about the PPS, but remember, it's so much stuff you've got to learn. And like I said before in other videos, you get all these tools, but many tools go dusty and never get used, but your bank account has gone lower. And remember that when you're goal setting, that in a really tough economy means that them goals may not become a reality because the economy is in such a bad way. And if it wasn't in such a bad way, why has Lee, Warren, Gavin's been bankrupt, Paul's nearly been bankrupt twice? So it just makes you think, if the PPS Mastery program really worked and was absolutely phenomenal, why would they put it into the course, for one? And two, why aren't all the faculty millionaires when they definitely hate when you Google their business accounts? Okay, thanks very much. Speak to you again soon. Please post your questions below, and please subscribe, please share, and please spread the word about the Institute and the Guru Arsehole video that I did about Paul. And I look forward to chatting with you again soon. Thank you.